I'm glad we named our daughter Natron Means.
Natron.
That's my new dad joke.
I am Natron.
My new dad joke is to tell everybody who's pregnant, hey, boy or girl, Natron Means Chalura. Like,
That guy was awesome.
that is such like a huge running back name.
Yeah.
You know? You can't be anything else.
Means.
Yeah. Natron Means. So is this part of the show or we
No.
is this the pre-show?
You want me to hit the music? New music?
I don't know. You good?
I'm good.
I'm good to go.
It's just an instrumental.
Yeah. Sweat equity. Getting you gyrating. 80s style.
City.
Getting into it.
I wanted something that gets me amped every time.
Hey, people are loving the rebrand. We told the public we'd do it, and we did it.
I dig it.
6 months later.
We're a little late, but we got things going on. The point is, we put it out there. We did it, not in the time we wanted to, but we could have easily, a year ago, we would have said, fuck it, and just not done it, right?
Like the studio that we talked about.
We're going to do it.
The new one.
How do you put non-cash kind of generating stuff ahead of like work you need to do to keep the lights on
I know.
for that said studio?
I know.
How long did it take you to do the rebrand?
It's slowly. It's we didn't really I bet if we sat in a room for a day we could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
That we're good at the creative like that. It's just Eric's becoming an entrepreneur now.
I am one.
Yeah,
Already.
you are. And
It's like the fourth business I'm in on, buddy.
I know, but seeing that, but this one's all in. This one's with the wifey. That's different. That's family business.
Yeah, I can't flake out on this one. I could. It's a big flake.
Yeah, it's Florida, so you can just move somewhere else in Florida and just
Very
leave
true.
the family.
It's true. I could probably move down the street. They'd never find me.
Right. Just wear Big Johnson shirts and
Grow that mustache out.
Tommy Bahamas.
have people over for UFC fights.
That other voice you're hearing is my good buddy, Michael McGuire. Just so you know.
Hey, everybody.
Forgot to bring you in.
We could totally forget to
Not much
introduce
of a
you.
guest.
Oh,
The
stop.
third, the second
No, you're
sidekick.
good. No.
You're a fan. You're a friend. You've got some knowledge on payroll, but that sounds like snooze fest, so we probably won't get to that unless you got something interesting we don't know about in the payroll area.
Oh, you didn't hear my snoring sound effect.
Oh, I steamrolled. We got a soundboard because we're that kind of show now. We're
Yes.
rock jocks. Oh my God!
That was a fart noise.
Remember that whole thing last episode where we were talking about? That's how I feel.
You didn't see that coming. Thought it was gonna be a gunshot, huh?
Remember
It
that
was a
whole
fart.
balance of like, dick jokes, but real business advice kind of
Right,
stuff.
right.
Finding that balance. This is going to take us way the other way. This is going to take us in the non-professional route.
Yeah, but I'm interested now.
All right. No, you've been floating it the whole
Yeah,
time.
Yeah,
You've been in it.
mailing it in.
It's
Oh.
got to be so hard not to push one for every single.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be like a sniper with them. The podcasts I noticed that do them, they're good about not overdoing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also you got to find those pauses, and you basically gonna have to have your hand like kind of on the keyboard.
Segura's good with it.
Segura's good.
He doesn't overdo it.
Bald Brian on Corolla's shows, very good at it.
Mhm.
Speaking of podcasts, I heard Guys We Fucked. I got to hear our friend of the program, Robbie Slowick's girlfriend and comedian is really funny. Casey Balsham was the guest. And I was like, oh, you know what's really cool? I'm finding out my friend's stuff because we haven't talked on the phone in a while. They're in New York. And I was like, oh, I'm finding out that he's dropping loads in his girlfriend to have a kid through a podcast. That's
So
really
romantic,
really
yeah.
popular. Isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah, I can't
that
believe he
weird?
didn't email you that he was dropping loads to have a baby.
You should see the texts we
That's how
have.
it
They're pretty
works.
dark already. So that would be a lighter kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. But that's more power to him. I hope they take
His
everybody's
sperm
advice.
count is high.
No, I hope they take everybody's advice that they give you. I don't know if you had that.
What, don't have kids?
Well, there's that. That's the sad dad club kind of way. But I'd say, when like every older person is telling you like, you got to do it. Like, but they don't say doggy or anything. They just say like, you got to do it where her face isn't facing you or something like that. And you're like,
Is that a thing?
I think,
I don't think that's a thing.
I was like, oh no, you never got that
The
advice?
positions
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of the woman putting her hips up in the air,
Afterward.
Yeah, is that
letting
true?
it soak in. I mean, that makes sense at least.
Our daughter was conceived, I believe, because we did indoor skydiving afterward.
Nice.
Yeah, like a centrifuge.
Right. It just
Spin
jumbled
her around. That shit'll get.
jumbled everything up.
Yeah.
Because we literally went right there afterward. And I was like, I think that did it. I think because you're on top and gravity and everything. So let's do some sponsors real quick. We're not going to do the whole read because,
You forgot it.
I can do them. I do them from the heart, Eric, because, you
Or the
support.
fart. Good? That was good.
So if you have a business or you're trying to get your hustle on, you want a second phone line, try grasshopper.com/sweat. Get $50 off that second phone line. Don't be a jabroni and have some Google Voice number, or just have it go to your fucking personal cell phone. That annoys the shit out of me. If I'm trying to hire someone, they're like, hello? And you're like, did I call business? What is this?
Yeah.
And then, with Google Voice, by the way, everybody wants to bust me on this. I had this happen. You cannot use it for business purposes. They don't like it. And so people do.
Yeah, for sure.
If they figure it out, because I had this happen with YouTube ad campaigns where we're trying to send people to that number.
Oh.
And Google
told
Voice
on
is like,
yourself.
well, this is a client wanted me to do it. I told her, no bueno. Go to trygrasshopper.com/sweat. She didn't want to do it. And then her phone got taken down. Her phone number is listed in all this collateral, like all this marketing stuff, brochures,
Yeah.
Craigslist ads, all this stuff. So
Phone numbers are important.
it's one of those small things, like these little business things people think they can skip, like payroll when they get to a certain level, and you can't. There's just shit like accounting you can't skip. Like Go FreshBooks. Yeah, see how I did that? Real nice.
Perfect segue.
Go Fresh. Do you have a rapper like air horn?
No, but I'll
make a
put it on the
request.
list.
GoFreshBooks.com/sweat. Get your accounting on. You get the hookup. Holla if you hear me. If you use that promo, we'll put all these links in the description. But got to get your accounting on. If you're like me, you did it in an extension, so you'll be doing it now. You'll be doing all your accounting for 2017 right now. Business taxes are hard. No, there's no way around it. It changes every year. Go back a few episodes. You can listen to what changes this year, like meals and entertainment is now just meals. Ooh, as a write-off.
Don't have a good time at that meal.
So you got to figure it out. And then, is that car a company car? Does that count? Some people think like your gym membership, does that count? I don't think so.
Who thinks that?
Unless you're a model, you can kind of get away with that as a write-off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So go freshbooks.com/sweat. And then last one, Warby Parker. Don't get ripped off by Sunglass Hut, Eyeglass Hut.
Conglomerate bullshit.
They're all owned by one Italian company. And that's why you pay through the fucking nose.
I saw that
for the
60
things,
Minutes
for the things
episode.
on your nose,
Yeah.
right? See, that 60 Minutes one, they're like 4 years behind too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you saw that. Luxottica owns 97% of the market. They own the health share. They own the health or the eye insurance or whatever that is, part of your health insurance.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, they think about it.
Stranglehold.
If you're
on
them,
the entire industry.
You just keep moving up the vertical and you just keep going. Oh, what else can we get?
Cyber eyeball division.
They have LASIK too. They own a lot of LASIK places.
Dude.
Yeah. So all the vision, like it's not just eyeglass wear, sunglasses. It's just like the whole eyeball they got.
Yeah.
Fuckers. I heard they got John Hopkins. No,
Hopkins.
Hopkins. I'm tripping over my words today.
Got
I smoke
Hodgkins.
pop, Johnny Hopkins.
WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat. Go to these sponsors, support the sponsors. They support this show. We will reinvest whatever comes into this show. And maybe you could save us a little headache. When you do this, we get a little kickback. We put it into the show. Then we don't have to spend hours doing audio and video tech every time.
Getting dad mad. every fucking time.
You think we know what wires do what by now?
No, we know what the wires do.
We don't know what they're called though.
Oh well,
You know,
We've got
our
it's
own
just-
nicknaming 'em.
Yeah.
Right.
our own
Right.
nomenclature.
It's like white trash kind of style.
Yeah.
It's like this is the one that has the
Take that
microphone.
dog dick over there and move it over there. That cat pussy.
Give me that squirrely one.
So I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson on Rogan this morning. I got a boner when I saw he was the guest.
That guy is fascinating.
Knowledge boner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always intrigued by the guys who can take a very complex subject matter and make it interesting. And another level is the guys that do it off the cuff, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
To me, that means he's always thinking about it. I feel like I'm good at that with what we do in the digital area, but I'm not great at it. I feel like he's amazing for science. Like that's a huge problem with science is that we weren't interested in it growing up because no one knows how to teach it.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's a teaching thing. You have to have a certain knowledge to get there, and then once you become a teacher of it, then you're really a master, sort of.
Yeah. The ability to dumb it down for an idiot like me to actually understand what he's talking about.
I used to hate space, like anything related to space. I used to do a bit like, why do we spend this much? This doesn't make any sense. Like, let's take care of our own house before we go to someone else's kind of thing. I don't remember the rest of the bit, but that was the setup. So that was really good. But
So we have all those spaces stupid T-shirts sitting around.
yeah, well, the tank top sold really well, but they were cut off tank tops. So
Nice.
showing that belly button 80s style. So I'm always enamored by these kind of guys. Obama was really good about that. I feel he was more of a good PR kind of guy, speaker,
An orator.
right? But he could take
Nice
a
word.
complex thing if put on the spot and kind of answer it in a very eloquent way.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not that many people that do it. There's always like one person in each industry that can do it really well. That if I get really loaded on mushrooms, that's what I hope we could do here. I'll tell you all about it. But I would say one thing that he brought up that is related to the business world is he talked about NASA and how much we spend, but what we got out of it by accident. And so I preach around here, something I learned from my old boss, everything you do well is a marketing opportunity. So, if we're doing some charity event, milk it as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
People won't know you did it otherwise, which is tacky to say out loud. I get it.
Yeah, NASA should really have better PR, telling all the inventions they come up with. They're always, like feel like
Cordless
Velcro.
drills.
Cordless drills were invented in space.
So it was invented. This is the example he brought up, was that think about it. You have to repair stuff in space.
Oh,
You
you're
can't-
saying they
you can't-
made them specifically? Yeah.
They're solving problems that we didn't know we had yet. And that was kind of the idea.
Swing.
Are you sure they want? That's weird. I feel like in space they want things to be tethered so they don't float away.
You can't get any nook and cranny though. You get tangled up,
Mm.
which is
Well, when they go
worse.
outside the spaceship,
That's what I'm talking
that's
about.
when they need the tethered stuff.
They need tethered oxygen.
But if you lose a tool in space, that's like a missile floating around the Earth. That's like a big deal.
Have you heard of all the space junk? That
Yeah.
is just straight
Yeah, any sort
orbiting
of
Earth.
like if there's a
So?
fleck of paint going around, yeah, but if it hits the space station
Yeah.
going 30,000 miles an hour or whatever it is, it's like devastating.
Yeah, but the odds would be that or they're way in favor of it not hitting anything
yeah,
because space is infinite. So
Yeah.
just kind of go in any direction. So
But-
360.
they definitely have to track all the like space junk
Sure.
that's up there. So that's a thing. It's not like it goes away.
I'm sure there's an inventory list of stuff lost, but I'm saying like it, but the angle it'd have to go.
Basically, I'm
To
not
go
buying
back.
this whole cordless drills were invented by NASA thing. I'm not buying it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
How was he
On
fucking
this
know?
one. And that was his point was like, so we talk about that in the marketing sense that if you're doing your own thing, you're doing your own hustle. It feels terrible, but you got to figure out a way to self-promote. I'm bad about it. I feel corny doing it, but we're working on that. I feel like there's people that do it. They do it really well with selfie videos. Obviously like Instagram
Mm.
models and shit.
Right.
Or the,
We've got a level to maintain, though.
Well,
of quality.
I just think about the guys that are my groomsmen, the best friends you have, would they?
Yeah, the honest ones.
Would
who will
Would
call
any
you
of them? Would all of them just gang up on you? And go, dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that you've done like that.
No, that's the thing. I got to get out of that comfort zone because we're never by staying in the pocket too much. You can never roll out, find that guy in the flat.
Well, and you can't just listen to that group of friends either, because that's their job. That's
it's a pretty good consortium, though. They keep you in between because, like, I did stand up, and there were a bunch of them that are like, "You're not funny."
Right.
You're like, "I won class wit. Hello, that was my superlative." We didn't because we're bougie. We didn't have class clown. We had class wit. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Congrats.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer and I, Tampa Jesuit. What?
nice.
You guys are pretty much the same.
He's got his special coming out tomorrow, Secret Time.
When's your special?
This is every episode's a special.
Okay. So this is all material.
This is, I mean, lose that cricket thing on the soundboard because you won't need it. You didn't even know how to hit it.
Yep. No, I got too excited by all the choices. And while I'm thinking of it, I do want to play my version of the theme song where I sang over it eventually, whenever you feel comfortable doing that.
You want to do it on the outro?
What are you looking at me for?
I don't know. I don't know how much you guys are clamoring for it.
Well, you produce the show. We can do it whenever.
Okay, let's do it right now.
Let's give this a shot.
Oh, you pre-recorded this?
Yes. It kicks in. Let me turn it up a little. I'm actually afraid my iPad or my laptop will die.
Sweat Equity, Sweat Equity. Sweat Equity Podcast.
Whoa.
Sweat Equity, Sweat Equity Podcast.
Oh.
You thought it
Are you
was
okay?
over, but it ain't. It's not over. Sweat Equity, Sweat Equity. Sweat Equity is great. One take. Sweat Equity Podcast.
That's the abbreviated version. I have a 14-minute long one.
What the hell,
That
dude?
is so dumb.
What?
I like it.
What?
So
I-
over the top.
I usually
stupid.
appreciate your Tim and Eric esque ability to make
What
something
were
fun.
you expecting?
What? I don't know. I didn't know. Like, first off, I didn't know. I was like, oh wait, you did a voiceover with this.
Yeah.
That took me a minute to figure out, and then I'm thinking like, did you go a little like nuts for a couple days, and then like
It took
I
a little
could-
more effort than I would like to admit.
I could see you sitting by yourself, and you're like, this is gonna
You
be
can't come
awesome.
in. I'm doing something
Yeah.
important.
The band's gonna make it, okay, babe? Yeah.
So, yeah.
I could see you like in the middle of the night doing this.
Yeah,
delirious.
definitely by himself.
Oh, I was definitely by myself.
It's been a day where you've had the kids all day, where you basically haven't talked to an adult pretty much all day, and
Yeah.
so
Somebody to tell me no.
right, you need that group of guy friends to be like,
What are you doing, dude?
what? Are you okay?
It was one take, and I did it very quickly for the
That
record.
was one take.
Can you
Whoa.
believe that?
Whoa. Are you Hans Zimmer?
You know, I thought it would be a fun thing.
So back to
I need a shorter one, yes.
no, that's perfect.
That's from like outer space. Bomb drop.
wow.
Hiroshima.
You didn't play any of these
Yeah, it was
before.
kind of dark.
Yeah,
Moment of silence.
Eric's losing it a little bit.
You're
Wow.
losing it.
Wow. That's the Roadrunner.
Sorry. Okay. We can move on now.
Get some gross ones on there. Let's just be a poor man's your mom's house. And
Mhm.
Just get some stuff on there.
Okay.
What cordless drills invented by NASA
Tang.
on accident? Yeah, Tang's an example everybody brings up. What about GPS? Those kind of things. That's military as well.
Mhm.
Internet's military as well, but NASA improves it. but it's all because they're doing things to get to the next level for them. So I always look at internal stuff, the ops stuff we're doing. That's always try to like make a note that whatever you're doing that's really difficult internally, that's going to be an opportunity for something else later down the line. I think of everything in templates.
Necessity breeds innovation.
Right. But we always talk about like, all right, we're doing website development personally.
Mhm.
Like Eric and I respectively can do it, but we need to make a template to teach someone to do it, because we don't want to do this grunt work forever. How we like it too is different as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then have that process ready to go so that we can bring in any competent person to do it and just mix and match, because everybody you hire has an exit. That's how I always look at it.
Yeah.
And so but you're also creating like an employee handbook on the side, because you're going to need that once we hire someone full time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about these things like,
Here's all the benefits you don't get.
well, independent contractor, until we can get there. That's the threshold. But like, it's easy to consult for people because we're going through a lot of the same issues, or we just did, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so that I go, okay, this is a good story to tell that we already went through to talk to clients about stuff.
What are you thinking in terms of around here that we need to?
Biggest one we've had is pricing. I think it's the hardest thing in a service business to figure out, right? Here's what most people do. They look to someone shittier than them and they go, okay, we can charge more than them.
Yeah.
And then they look at someone who's better than them and go, okay, we got to do a little bit less than them. What's that sweet spot? That's how most people do it.
Yeah. It's like a self-awareness thing of knowing how good or bad you are.
But
You got to be conscious of that.
But if you're doing the math, if you really think about it, that's how you hire a contractor for your house. Like, get 3 quotes,
Mhm.
choose the middle one,
Mm-hmm.
right? The guys who are really good are usually booked all the time. And the guys who are like, yeah, I got nothing going on, they suck.
Right.
Yes.
And they're cheap. And the guys right in the middle, they'll be like, oh, we can start Thursday or something like that. But my thing is like, pricing in the digital, there's no standardization, there's no union, there's no centralized thing that, or organizations, or even like a handful of them that are like pulling together resources like this. So what we need to do internally, what we have is a calculator, because we go on price,
Yeah.
right? We give a quote. I'm not going to get too in the weeds. I'm going to try to break this down. I'm going to go
Yeah.
from simple to fucking crazy. All right. So simple version is, we need a better calculator for a service business.
Yeah. Well, that's almost all of it. Because the way we have to do things, we almost have to come up with a price for every little thing we can do
Exactly.
to fix one, to modify one photo to get it the right size so that it doesn't, overload the site or whatever. That's this much. That's $10 each time or whatever.
So now we have an idea though. We can kind of give ballparks. Oh, your website's X amount of pages.
Mhm.
Okay. It's 10 pages and 2 rounds of editing. The rounds of editing are the ones that really are tough.
It's tricky.
And the client communication in the front is what we used to suck at. Now I go, it's going to be done by this date. You're going to have 3 days to give me your notes, and then it's not on me.
Mm-hmm.
But even with like pages, you say your thing's 10
It's a
pages.
litmus test. It's like a ballpark.
Yeah.
So that's where this calculator starts simple, right?
Well, yeah.
Because we're going to have to guess against what we already know. We already have a sample size of us working. And we know that we underbid, and then we get scope crept. And
Mhm.
then, but I've been tracking time. We can ballpark what we've done on a lot of projects.
The
right?
amount of time that you're putting into these projects.
So you have to commoditize time.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take time and make it a unit. Now, what's that unit worth? Like legit. If we're doing, and then over time you keep breaking it down into these minute things.
Yeah.
So let's reset a little bit, reset the table. So basically if you're a service business, or you're a law firm, because we try to use that model a little bit.
Yeah.
They go every 6 minutes, they track time if you do bill by the hour, or you can bill by flat, whatever. But you have that calculator to figure this out, right? Cost rate, what's the cost per hour, and what's the billable hour,
Mm-hmm.
right? You need to make sure that spread's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start figuring out packages. Okay, you're an IP attorney. an intellectual property kind of guy. You know the form. It takes you an hour to fill out the form for a client. You have to do 2 hours of like search, and then it's up to you to kind of work on making that 2 hours into 2 minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just think about the mechanics handbooks that they have that have the standard hours for certain jobs. It's going to be you charge 4 hours of labor for this job normally. And if it takes them 6 hours, it doesn't matter. You're getting charged 4 hours of labor because that's what it should cost.
So that's the beauty.
Yeah, you got to develop this book. You got to do it, not me.
So price is dynamic, right? So we talk about advertising. We were talking about AdWords before we started, and the keywords like a DUI keyword is $90 to $100 in Tampa Bay. That's for a click.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not even for a conversion, a lead, right?
Uh-huh.
That's because DUIs are usually somewhere between, lawyers will charge between $3,500 and $9,500, depending on the firm. Now, you get 10 clicks, one of them becomes a client, you're still making profit. Because after you do it so much, the operation, it becomes mechanical. It becomes templated. You know how to go through the process. You know what to do.
Easy to forecast.
There's only
easier.
Yeah, you figure out that logic tree with every client. It's not super unique. The problem with us is everything's unique. So I'd compare us to more of a home builder, custom home builder.
Well, and I was going to ask, like, what research can you get out of just going online? And I mean, it's completely wide
For
open
what we're doing?
Yeah.
So what everybody should do, here's the real pragmatic tip that I can give. Just the tip is if you're not keeping like a spreadsheet of your competition, you're fucking crazy. Like if someone tells you a price, like people openly tell us competitors' prices, we don't ask. They go, well, they wanted to charge me 10 grand for this. Like,
they want us to beat it.
What was it? Well, then I want to get like the exact details because I want to
an invoice.
I need to
send me.
I need to equal our project with their project and how that looks. Because the way they look at website development might be different than the way we do it. So, so I try to find that equal version of it, and then we can compare. So I've been bad about this lately, but I've kept a spreadsheet of all the pricing of all agencies around us and consulting firms around us.
Given just by clients?
Given by clients. Some people I've asked what the other quotes were, because
there's nothing
sometimes
wrong with
I'll
that.
just go,
They'll give you the information.
So here's where I want to get to is I just want the price to be, it just is, right? Pricing's dynamic, but the market can control it. So the idea down the line is you take a simple calculator, you start with things like pages and go $100 a page or something like that. Just keep it simple math. And then afterwards you go, are we winning or losing these? Over time, we can figure out what that true price is, right?
Maybe a different level for each page, where if it's a complicated page and it's,
or if it's e-commerce, it's gonna be a lot, because it's gonna be, the product pages are gonna be SKUs and that's gonna be mixed with their ops, their shipping.
Yeah. Not to mention the online buying aspect of it. If they want any part of that, that's a whole nother headache.
Right. And setting them up for the marketing side. So I compare it to custom home building because that's how it is. We have the material side, but it's a lot of labor side that you have to forecast and correctly do it. So I'm trying to pull information from that community to go, how do they do it? Because they've got to have it down pat by now, right?
Why don't you buy a fake mustache and get a costume and pretend like you need web services and just go to all these people?
We don't need
Maybe
to.
I should do it because they know your face.
You're a character
all
guy.
right, I'll do
Eric.
it. I'll do it then.
So
Okay.
here's
You know what? Take it off your list. I'm doing it.
it was never on it. So
He wrote it down. You can't see it.
So-
he wrote it down.
so what I'm saying is, all right, let's start with something we need internally to get better quoting, so we don't get fucked and get frustrated and hate the work we're doing. And that does bleed through when you're trying to do these little things at the end to make the experience better for the client. Then take that calculator and go, okay, once we have a kind of now we can take this and I want to make like a form on our website and I want to market that. I want to go answer these 7 questions. We'll give you a range. Of
Instantaneous quote build.
Yep.
Like it.
And I want to send people to this link, but we need to grow in volume. We can do these smaller sites, in the service professional area has kind of been our niche. So I think doing this and then using the power of advertising that we know and video ads we were talking about off air, maybe we'll talk about that next episode, is really promote that. So that's level 2. Level 3, then we create an app, software.
Oh.
And I'm going to open source this. Look, I'll put this on this podcast because you can put ideas out there that are good. Execution is what people lack. Execution's the hard part. I call it stoner ideas. If someone should do this app, man, and then so I'll even put it out there, the secret sauce, because I don't really care. Like it's like Cuban coffee drive-through idea. I think would be gangbusters. People outside of this area don't get it, but they probably didn't get Taco Bell in the North, in the Midwest, at the beginning of Taco Bell.
Right.
A Mexican
I
drive-through.
don't know if that's a good comp.
Why?
Well, because Taco Bell makes everybody think of diarrhea.
Back in the day, in the 70s, when it was like legit tacos.
Oh, when it
and
was
shit.
actually
Tex-Mex.
cow meat.
Yeah, when it was like, looked like an old castle, like the Alamo kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what they're
I remember the Alamo.
I was waiting for your...
Like crickets.
Yeah.
I'll do it to myself.
I'll just pause
That's why
and
I have
just
it.
wait.
So smooth.
So level 3 is we figure out how to license a calculator for like $5 subscription. So because agencies have this similar issue too.
Well, who's the license?
So you make this
For-
calculator.
For other agencies?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Because we're frenemies with all agencies and firms anyway. So we work with them, but they're technically competition. But we don't do a lot of RFPs against requests for proposals. We don't go head to head with a lot of people, honestly. And we don't like doing RFPs because you basically do a third of the work for free. And then
Do you have certain competitors that you're familiar with yet? Or
Yeah,
is it-
yeah.
Rivals?
Yeah, but they also may use us because there's projects that come in and they need competent people.
Mhm.
And a lot of these agencies they're all a little bit different. Like they do everything, but they do this better or that better
Right.
sort of thing. So
we all need supplemental or complementary help all the time.
Enough of the pie to go around.
what do you guys think about putting prices on websites? Because that's something that annoys the shit out of me when you want to just try and get a quote or an idea on something where
So
you don't have to talk to some
we're going to do
salesman.
we're going to do a starting at price, I think, for a few things and try that for a little bit. So like websites can start at $500, but that's going to be a one pager digital business card. And that honestly is probably about right because that'll be probably 3 hours of talking to a client just to get that information, sadly.
Yeah.
And how much time do you put in for like a
That
single page?
I could probably do while I'm doing this podcast episode.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm quick. I made myself quick.
Mhm.
I shouldn't get discounted for that.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
And I know like a normal kind of person that's familiar with Squarespace, it'd take them an hour and a half, maybe. I don't know. Because they probably go a lot slower. So what I'm saying is, all right, third level is you take that kind of like you let people license this kind of calculator to help them price. But then we hit them with notifications, pop notifications to say, hey, why don't you input your competitors in this spreadsheet? This is the next level.
Build an algorithm.
Now we're
Price beater.
Now we're pulling information. We're procuring so much good data on pricing that isn't available.
Yeah.
Now we're really finding a
We
true
take
price
it too. Yeah.
because the more data you have, and if you can figure out how to qualify it to make it relevant and reliable, the better that like an agency uses our app software, iframe embedded in their site to do their pricing and quotes. And then we nudge them, hey, why don't you put in some competitors' pricing? And they put in 5 in their area. Now we can go, okay, Charlotte is equal to Tampa. So you're comparing dynamic pricing. Atlanta charges more in a similar fashion. The more information we have in this area, Uber, I always compare this to Uber. Uber is not a transportation company. They're a data company. They're figuring
How so?
It's creepy.
because they're figuring out they're more logistics than actual like transportation of humans. because they're figuring out your phone's a low jack,
Right.
so they're figuring out how people move.
Mm-hmm.
It's way different. It's bigger picture stuff. Now that's their ancillary benefit. That's the hard thing they're doing while they have Uber
Right.
as the cab company. So for us, I think this is a problem I see every agency needs. Then I can extrapolate this out once we had something that was procuring pricing from competitors. And there's a book called, I think I have it up here.
I mean, we could just skip steps one and 2 and go right to 3 and just start whoring out.
We got to figure it out for ourselves.
Whore it out.
We got to figure it out for ourselves. But you're right. Once we get past our little hiccup in how we use the calculator or whatever we're going to call it, then we're at first and goal to get to that third part.
Well, we got to get the info anyways, but
We have
see
info.
if you want to do it through the calculator.
No, we have info. We have this on a micro scale right now.
Oh,
I just need to figure out
I know.
the math of it. And so everything in this calculator falls into the quality, cost, and delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I'd add in pain in the ass score. You give a
rating system.
of the client.
You are a 1-star client, bitch.
There's clients that you just got to give a score and then you charge a premium on that, because there's some that they get it. They don't need a lot of attention and they don't need a lot of education. Great. You're the best.
Yep.
You know, like
Everything looks good. Great.
You know how KPIs work, you know benchmarks, you know thresholds, you have goals. You just need us to do the work.
And those are normally the larger deals. It's always the small deals that are
Right.
the biggest pain in the ass.
80-20 rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's part of this. This is the crux of a lot of problems for us. And it is for a lot of small businesses too. And like
We end up working for free is the thing, you know?
well, yeah, almost close to free on some projects, because you fuck up and we don't. Our whole thing is like, we're not going to be like, well, too bad, see you later. We're going to finish it out.
Right.
It's like,
Well, yeah, you got to listen
it's
to
like
the whole
when
song.
my wife used to give me a handy. It's like, I know I can do this better, but
Just
I want you to finish it. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care that
Get
your
that
hands have blisters on them.
Sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
That look on your face while you do it.
Go get some coconut oil.
Get a mask.
Lube that shit up. So where are we at? What's the time?
We're good.
All right. Let's cut it here and let Eric do his weird outro.
I'm
And
just gonna do the instrumental unless you want me to do the other one.
do the other one and we'll outro it, and then
Oh,
we'll do another episode and we'll go talk about some video ads, because I've been talking about this a lot.
all right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.